Hi everybody. It's a cold 42 degrees. Kind of nippy. Uh, we're all bundled up and alright. Are we ready? Almost. I'll give you the countdown. Okay, thank you, Papa J. You're welcome, sir.
It's in the game.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, welcome to Pirate Radio Broadcast. I'm fast talking Eddie Mr. Pete. Uh-oh. What's going on? Looks like the Cowboys and Rams game. Are you serious? We're looking at it. We already played this. Yes. How many times? I lost track. Alright. Okay. Let's just go with the flow. Let's not interfere with the Twilight Zone.
The dawn of a new season brings the dawn of a new era for this franchise. There is a new coach in charge, tasked with guiding this team to the peak of the NFL. For someone with dreams of reaching Canton, this first day and their first interview will set the stage for a career to come.
Now we take a look at the LA Rams.
Some turmoil threatens their roster in the early season. A challenge has been made for a top spot on the depth chart. Competition breeds success, but coaches will decide how far the competition goes.
upgraded players is Covey. Alright, let's get on with this game. Dallas Cowboys versus the LA Rams.
Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Tonight we kick off the preseason with a good matchup right out of the gate, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
A little bit of tidbit news. They got 2 stealth aliens for the Cowboys on the offensive line. Stealth alien Abraham Isaac, U.S. Air Force, and U.S. Air Force stealth alien Elizabeth Sarah, left tackle, left guard, I believe. And on the Rams side, also on the Cowboys got stealth alien Eddie James, U.S. Air Force, a quarterback. Stealth alien Elvis Armanius, a wide receiver, U.S. Air Force. And for the Rams, not too sure who they picked up. My apologies.
From SoFi Stadium. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
Truly one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league, is willing to do whatever it takes to win and plays through a lot of adversity, and continues to do it at a high level in his high 30s, trying to make another run at the Super Bowl here in his 17th season.
Right to the air, here's Stafford. And it's caught off perfectly clear. Down the right sideline. And he's going to tap this one in for the Rams touchdown. Perfectly clear, 65 yards. And the Rams put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. That is a quick strike run play all the way to the house. You know, the pass was fine, but that run after the catch, impressive.
An absolute horrible time. Of course, any time like this is a horrible time for a defensive breakdown. But where's the tackler? Where were the safeties? You don't expect him to catch the ball, and next thing you know, he's running into the goalpost this early in the game. That's not supposed to happen.
Now the extra point. It's up. It's good. The Rams take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score.
They certainly made quick work of that. Ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. Kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Across the 25 to the 27. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away, because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the defense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
Being able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here, because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the two defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers, and if the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
Prescott. Very quickly here, and that's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
It's second and inches at the Rams' 45-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll be brought down towards the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now Prescott. This one straight out to Williams. They'll give him 8 that time. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
8 yards.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now they're working inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
A gain of 3 on the play.
You were telling me this yesterday. It's exactly what they want to do on the open drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run.
A gain of 3 last play. This time he'll double and pick up 6.
6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the 22-yard line.
So second and 4 from the 22. Throwing, Prescott. Connection there, it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Prescott from the gun. Completes this one to Pickens. And got it inside his head at the 8th. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game. And still, don't get crazy because you're getting over. Just respond as you just noted. Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Miles Sanders, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
That's a great response here in this first quarter. And what I like about it is how they put this drive together. The other guys scored quickly to start the game, but this was smart football to not feel like you have to go out and score quickly yourself. So they worked the ball down the field, took their time, and finished with the touchdown run.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. So the Rams come back onto the field. Their second drive of the game. Partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. And he slips it past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive. It's a quick first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage that way.
Play action. Stafford. That's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. Now, we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Goes left side, was good. Touchdown Rams. 38 yards. And the Rams have taken the lead.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Going for 2, they'll kick the point after. Extra point slots the points. And that makes us 14-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
43 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. His first carry, their second drive, pretty solid. And of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Throw knocked away, but it's incomplete.
He's able to knock that one away.
2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. That's going to be caught back with this. This is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams 42. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a first carry for their fullback. The gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Good solid gain on first down. About what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6. Throw is Prescott. The short one taken in by Ferguson. They just keep marching right along. 1st down, the pickup of 8 there.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is that right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Finding Williams on the check down. Just 3 yards on the catch there. Good make a play. That'll make it 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot. That a lot of corners see their job is simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice short tackle.
Good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Up the middle, it's Williams. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They'll try and run. This is Williams. He's going to go about 3 yards closer. He's down about the 2.
The 2-yard line.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Prescott. Touchdown. Jay Ferguson, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
this one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. They dropped it. It's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over.
22-yard line.
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. First run now for Calvin Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive started with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Making sure the pass here is complete. So nothing doing there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's 2nd and 10. Option play, they'll run the Williams. Take it down to the pickup of only a yard.
But they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try to run and try to keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here's 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Stafford. It's gotten out complete. He's going to get a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On the play. That's good for the Rams. First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. The toss to the right side. This is Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. For a game of just a yard.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw is Stafford. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And they did get this across midfield to the 39, but a small consolation prize is well short of the first.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Ethan
So
Edwards
down on Ethan Edwards to punt for the Rams. Let's just take it at the 10. offense gets set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go around. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Just to use the 22-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, running into the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He finds Pickens over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. His fifth catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he can only manage to get people second and 8 coming out.
Yeah, I remember this exactly the way Williams brought up and just take that kind of run. Man, it's kind of stepped up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Williams going to get it again on second down. Check this replay.
If you're football guy, that's a pretty one because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, got to carry the ball, have other people up front. Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And the second line of tacklers is going to get him. This is stepping on the line. He moves 2 and brings up 4.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra deep. They're going to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all to score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession.
Alright, changing of the quarterbacks. Got Joe Milton coming in, the Cowboys. And the Rams, Jimmy G.
They've got it with a 4th down coming up. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with the 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. First throw here for the backup Garoppolo. Rookie running. And he has a great gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Play
action. Follow near midfield. A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Garoppolo now. It's a screen pass. It's complete. And a pretty little juke move there on the nice game. Giving 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you gotta like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
He's going to go for it. It's knocked away. Incomplete.
Well, the first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Ethan Evans on down formation for the Rams.
And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Last series for a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Milton. That's complete. And he's taken down on the number 4. He gets this across the 25-yard line.
Probably sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like he said, listen, we're going to sell the go. Just go. We'll see who's faster.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring him second down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. He probably started to twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on him.
To throw, it's Milton. McKinnon here is complete. It's brought down at the 44. First gain of 4.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
Here's 3rd and 3. Here's Milton. This pass broken out. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down. That was not an easy one to hold on to.
Alright, so we'll be seeing Will Greer be going in later.
See so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of the game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. The drive starts with a carry by Cole. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Rams, first down. First
For a
and
lot of
10
guys
at
playing
the
this game, there's no
47-yard
better feeling
line.
than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They fake the give. Garoppolo looks to throw. That's coming and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" Because here they come.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Very quickly here, and that's complete. So get it 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Corum. This is going to depend on the spot. It's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
They'll run for it. It's Corum. 1st down here at the 40. One of those plays, 4th and 1. That's once and more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. As he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Ready to go back on their heels a little bit here on this drive. With a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now fake on a jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Garoppolo. That'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead to 4th down. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
Here's Ethan Evans now.
Formation for the Rams.
And he's been a busy man here this first half as he gets it away. And it's taken in at the 9. So a good block there, and a nice return on the yards. And the offense as they take over. Time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. Over on the punt it away, this time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
A gain of 12. And a Cowboy first down.
That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
Here's Greer. This one looking good. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Number 16.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now Greer. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First down.
That turned into a very well orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make...
What was that? I'm asking, what was that? Was he gonna throw the football? Well, who's he throw it to? Bobby J. I'm working on it. I guess he throws it there, but just he's looking. He's dizzy. Dizzy Miss Lizzie just went nowhere fast. And he's telling the quarterback, why did you hand it to me? Why couldn't you just throw it to him? Unfortunately, number 86 is not the quarterback.
Second down, pretty tough.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Got his man, it's Jonathan Miller. They wind up getting 7 on the play. And 39 down on the play. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the side.
Oh, the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And he's able to absorb the contact to complete it.
Open man is made up complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 25-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
On the ground, Ripke. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
At the 25-yard line.
Now it's Greer.
The score,
17-14
Cowboys
lead.
17.
So they are able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
Okay. Now we'll be seeing Eddie James go in there. With his receiver stealth alien Elvis Arminius. And his blockers, he wants, well, can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, you get what you need. Not even then. So what do you think happened? I don't know. Maybe they're injured? No, just Robert Jones has got a ruptured disc, but stealth aliens Abraham Isaac and Elizabeth Sarah are not even anywhere near playing. That's sad. I guess it is very sad.
Ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The kickoff for the Cowboys.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And that would not return. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Play action, Garoppolo. That's to the tight end, Parkinson. And he'll have it past midfield, almost at the football being taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
That's good.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that point, that will quite
Went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. They run once more with Coleman.
He's tackled
Like Johnny from experience, when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Rams on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Garoppolo likes to throw. It's in the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. He's going to have the Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him 40 yards there. And 3rd down and 6 to go.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now Garoppolo. And they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to have the Rams first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
That's another Rams first down.
This pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Looking to throw. They're trying to set up the screen. It's complete. Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 30 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and 12 at the 21-yard line.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. There's Garoppolo to throw. They'll get back to Clinton Atkinson. Rams will signal for a timeout there 2nd as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Here we go.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And this one is broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
I can't believe what I'm watching. That was the worst call ever. Like watching paint dry.
So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will tie things at 17-all. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as it kicks away. Make it to the 25. Cowboys going to go on offense for their final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Connect, and a late flag comes in. And then the contact may have come too early. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and controlled you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against it.
Well, now they'll try and chuck it deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Early on, the running game's been working well. The offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully. someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
They're going to try and throw. He'll try to do it himself. That's a big try. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports halftime report starts now. Here's Scott Hansen.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These 2 defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. Okay, the Cowboys now is on the offense first here in this third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles, so as we start the third quarter. Curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Sanders shaking it off. And down he goes, but he takes it out to the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And a Cowboy first down.
3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, we want to run up the middle. They can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives a running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
That is incomplete. Coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And that almost their first INT in the ball game. It was Saints over, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Oh man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. That is incomplete.
So many times you look at the opening drive in the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively. To force incompletion, and more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Fair catch, 7-4, and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. Play action. It's Garoppolo. He's going to launch this thing right downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been big if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converted man and broke the play up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the gun, they give it to Green. He stopped immediately there. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Grandpa, what are you doing? You know you made a mistake. I know I made a mistake? Yes, you know you made a mistake. Abraham, Isaac, Stealth Alien, and Elizabeth Sarah are in the Rams' offensive line. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. There they are. So what are you gonna do about it? Apologize. I was wrong. Good. Repentance is good when you're damn stinking Vietnam flashback. I don't understand what that means, Grandpa, but thank you for sharing.
That's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 9. To throw is Garoppolo. It's time for the sack. There'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
That's the 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 40-yard punt, giving 3 on the return. The Cowboys are not set to take over on offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Touchdown, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free with 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Finding a lane, he barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss or fumble. Now 3rd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Now back to throw. It's got it complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 30 before being taken down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
They go play action here on first down. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. But man, he hits it in stride. He stopped at the 35, picks up 7 yards.
This is zone defense, and you know you got a drag route on as your pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That will surely pay off.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And we take him down before he gets into enemy territory. The drive starting plenty of good ones. Give him 19.
That's good. For the Rams, first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Up the middle, here's Corn. Stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaking up on that last play. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run it here on the jet sweep. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Looking to throw. It's incomplete.
That play looked off right from the beginning because I think he hurt himself a little bit and he ended up making the throw short of the back on the screen attempt. It falls incomplete.
Here comes the Rams punter now. As he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. And now come the Cowboys. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it is touchdowns.
And get this off past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
26-yard line.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down. saw the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely to pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
They'll look to throw again. He finds his man complete. It's Stevens. This is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 44-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back to throw again. Looking now, and that's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down. There's a diving catch. Good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes.
And that was old school Madden. Stealth Alien Eddie James to Stealth Alien Elvis Armenius. What a catch. What a throw.
Just thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders.
Just a compromise there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they'll take it down here just shy of the 15 and the 16-yard line. 41 yards now on the ground with just 7 carries.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Another run here with Sanders. And they get searched for 5 yards down the 10. Decided to hit it off that time for a pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady game.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10.
Let's go. Go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nice caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. From 10 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
In early Madden, maybe it was Madden 12 or something, Stealth Alien Eddie James let me backtrack. Stealth Alien Elvis Armenius was a punt returner, got it from one end zone all the way down to the touchdown. I mean, take about a get back cha poo poo. Oh my gosh. What? Hey, what? Do we need a translator? I think we need a psychiatrist to translate what he just said. I'm just saying it happened. I'll take your word for it. I was there. I broadcast. I was podcasting. Let's just get back to the game, crazy person.
Aubrey down for the point after. And his guys are taking 10-point lead.
Makes the score Cowboys
So that one a
27,
pretty time-consuming
Rams
10-play
17.
drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the line.
35-yard
Rams
line.
ready to go on offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go, shot.
They fake the give. Maybe wants to throw. Heavy rush, and down he goes.
It's a loss
Down
of
it
8.
is a
Brings up
Raku.
2nd and 18.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They run straight ahead with Cole. As he maybe gets back to the line.
Taken down by DeMullen.
You know that old expression, it's not my
Brings
night.
up 3rd
It
down.
hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Remington. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
To Jordan
14
Whittington.
yards is the pickup there, but it'll still
14-yard
lead to a
gain.
4th down.
It's
Wow. 27-17. Doesn't look like Jimmy G has it in him. The Cowboys win the game. We hope you enjoyed. Whoa, hold it. What? What?
So, Charles, this is a game that certainly had some intrigue, but I think you and I both agree. We like the decision to not play overtime in preseason and just call it a draw.
Partner, I want to meet the person who disagrees with this decision, and I just wonder what took so long for the league to arrive at this conclusion. They put the rule in for the 2021 season, and it should have been in a long time ago. Yeah, some rookies might miss some plays, but all in all, no one's paying attention when we get to the end of a preseason game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaughton. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Los Angeles.
Okay, that took me by surprise. I did not expect that. I did not
The
expect
players on your team earn some XP. Quickly upgrade your team at the end of each game.
Stealth Alien Elvis Armenius, U.S. Air Force, wide receiver. Bell, Cropper, and Stealth Alien Eddie James, U.S. Air Force, quarterback. Get the upgrades. Congratulations, Dems. For the LA Rams, Young, Davis, and Jalen get the upgrades. This was unexpected. I did not expect this ending. Took me by surprise. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this game. If I had known it was going to end like this, we would have continued on. But it just didn't look like the Rams had any more gas. But it seems that they went electric. Well, good night, yous.